This is Austin St. John, Jason, the original Red Ranger. You are watching the Morphin Network.
This Morphin Network video is sponsored by Ranger Stop Convention and Ranger Stop and Pop. Have you ever wanted to see all your favorite Power Rangers together in one epic convention? Go to Ranger Stop! Ranger Stop and Pop. March 5th to the 7th, 2021. Atlanta, Georgia. Ranger Stop 8. November 11th to the 14th, 2021. Orlando, Florida. Get your tickets now.
Nessuno può sfuggire dal destino scelto. Rimane solo il risultato che voi sarete distrutti. L'eterna cima esiste solo per me. Puoi cantare canzoni di tristezza nel mondo senza tempo.
Seriously though, like this episode felt like it was JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Of course you would say that. Of course you would say JoJo Bizarre. You are obsessed with JoJo's Bizarre, bro.
But the characters are quite literally Team Bucciarati. Because
I don't know what you're saying words I don't know. I never watched JoJo Bizarre.
You should. You should.
I only watched 2 episodes with you. That was it. I haven't gone further. It's like Kuga. I had to take baby steps in the game back to Kuga. Anyways.
How's everyone doing? This is Mike, aka Time Rider Zero, and with me is Leo, aka Psycho Fox, and we are doing. Hold on, where's the banner? Where's the banner? God damn it! Is there really no banner? Okay, we're. I guess we're gonna do without a banner.
No. I'll make one. Hold on.
Anyways, so today we are doing Kamen Rider Saber episode 6, and here we are introduced to the 5th member of the Sword of Logos, aka the Naranja of the group. A character that Leo knows nothing about because he doesn't watch a certain.
I didn't even know I was logged off. Oh my god. Anyways. Moving on. So, episode 6 of Kamen Rider Saber. Thoughts? Go ahead.
World building.
Is that the word of the day?
At this point, I'm not surprised that certain things are going to happen later on, and I am excited for those things to happen when they do.
Okay. Cool. Rin is a jerk. He is a. I don't even want to say it. I can't say it.
Like at least when Ren from Ryuki, aka Len from a Dragon Knight, wasn't being a jerk, at least he had a good reason to be a jerk.
Yeah.
Hospitalized.
But other than that, it's like he is such. He's like a mix between Bakugo from My Hero Academia and Yusuke, like right before Yusuke dies in Yu Yu Hakusho Yusuke, just a absolute. There are certain things I can't say because they are not FCC friendly, or not FCC friendly in airwaves. But you get what I mean. Like I hated his guts. I hate Yusuke's guts, bro. Not Yusuke. I hate Ren's guts until a certain point. But I digress.
I love how Toma is the epitome of the pen is mightier than the sword.
I'm gonna get off again because I'm actually logged back in. So I'll be right back.
We apologize for the technical difficulties involving my partner. Anyways, we are gonna get started with the plot. Would you like to begin, or should I?
Yes. So Toma is like, hey, there's something going on. There's something fishy. I gotta figure out what is going on. Like, what's this whole Avalon and all that shenanigans, right? And he goes to talk to Sophia and Kento. And now we're introduced to a brand new writer named Ren, or Kamen Rider Ninja Rap. I don't know. Shinzon? Okay.
Kenzan, which means sword slash.
Okay. We're introduced to Kamen Rider Kenza. It is Ren. Ren is Ren is insert obscenity word here. He just straight up calls Toma a noob. And everybody's like, huh, you're the new Kamen Rider, huh? I kind of want to challenge you and stuff like that, right? And so then they find out that Zeus is back. And right now, Rintaro and Mei are down on Earth fighting Zeus. And they go, and apparently there's a new, the Piranha Monster showed back up again. And Dazas pulls up again as well. So both Kento and Toma go down there and go and fight them to, get rid of the Wonder World and stuff like that, right? But it was all a trap. Because now, because of Disaster and the Piranha Monster, Toma can no longer become a Kamen Rider. They suck the energy out of his sword, and he can't pull out.
Ooh, one thing I liked about an earlier scene is like he keeps Toma wants to do research, but Ren just strictly wants to spar with him, and he's like, you know what? Tell you what, if I could beat you in a sword fight, then you have to do research with me. He's like, I'll kick your butt. Let's do this. And then Toma outsmarts him by saying, "Oh, hold on, I got a phone call from Kento." It's like, really? Let me talk to him. Bam. Shouldn't get distracted.
Yep. Oh yeah, we forgot about that. Kento went to go try to help out Rintaro, and then got sabotaged into a gang up, and then Toma goes down there and helps him out. My bad. Because I now have another comparison, and I know people are getting very tired of this. Ren is Goku. No thinking, no strategy. Hey, fight me! You're the strongest in the universe, right? Let's do it. I want you at your best. Ren is Goku. Have a
sense of being perfect cell.
Ren is essentially Goku in the wrong ways. There you go. I know a lot of people are sick and tired of us making Dragon Ball references and everything in every piece of media, but it ain't going away anytime soon. I'm sorry. So then what's the guy's name? The blacksmith?
I can't remember the blacksmith's name. I need to look it up. But yeah, I like the blacksmith. He reminds me of Argus Filch from Harry Potter, but in a good way. No. He's Hagrid from Harry Potter, where he accidentally reveals information that he's not supposed to.
Exactly. So that guy is trying to help. Like Toma's like, yo, so whatever that
Tetsuo.
thing. Tetsuo. Okay. Tetsuo's like, yeah, dude. I don't know what they did, but your SOL, your Saber driver, I can't get it reactivated. It's being closed off by some darkness or something like that. Like it's closed the heart of the dragon or whatever the heck it is. So Goku Jr. or Ren is talking crap because that's what he does. So he is Bakugo, Yusuke in the first episode of Yu Yu Hakusho, and all the bad parts of Goku wrapped up into one. With a little Naruto in it because he's a ninja. So they're talking, and he's like, listen, I need you to get this book back, right? It's like, well, and Tetsuo's like, well, dude, here's the thing. If you want it, you're gonna have to try to find a way to get to Avalon. It's like, wait, what's Avalon? Sophia said that. And she's like, well, Avalon is the one place swordsmen do not ever go to. Because one, they don't know where it is. And two, if they find it, they never come back.
Mm-hmm.
So Ren and Toma make a deal. If he can't, they make a deal. You go grab my Wonder Book, and I'll find a pathway to Avalon. And Ren actually has a heart and is like, you know what? I got you. I'm gonna win, but I got you, right? And hold on, Jake, I want to hear this. Jake Gonzalez says Avalon is the Phantom Zone. Yes, it's the Phantom Zone. Or for our Marvel fans, it's the Negative Zone. Either one is fine. Yes, Avalon's the Phantom Zone. Or dare I say, the Pocket Dimension.
Or if you know Chronicles of Narnia, it's that tree at the end of Prince Caspian.
Or dare I say, the Pocket Dimension. Yeah! Bow, 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 bow. Anyways, so we get some pretty good fights. The majority of this episode, if it's not detective work from Toma and Tetsuo, it's Kento and Ren find Disaster and the Piranha Monster. And here's my one complaint about the episode. I really wanted to see the transformation of Ren into Kamen Rider Shinatsu.
Yeah, he's the first writer in the show to not have a sequence happen during his transformation.
Because every other writer we've been introduced to so far, Toma, Rintaro, Ogami, and Kento, they've all had their transformation scenes with some really cool music. I'm gonna say this right now, Ogami has probably the best transformation scene in the show thus far, because it has that really bomb ass techno music that just be bumping. And I swear to God, I've heard that in a club at one point in my heyday. But I digress.
Buster got bass.
Buster got the bass. Yep. Buster got the bass. He's all about the bass. No trouble. Anyways, I'm going to do one more and you can take it from here. I'm going to go to Toma's side. Toma and Tetsuo are trying to find out how to get the way to Avalon. They're looking through all the books, but there's only one book he hasn't asked for. And Toma's like, hey, Tetsuo, do you guys have any forbidden books that should never be open? It's like, no, like even books to Avalon, like, well, I think we might have those. Which I think Toma was trying to outsmart him, saying, yeah, you got forbidden books. Where are they at, though? They find the black book that shows certain elements on how all 13 swordsmen fight and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so, next thing you know, Toma becomes Charlie from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Y'all seen that episode Always Sunny?
He's like drawing lines and stuff.
Carol, there is no Carol in HR. He becomes Charlie from Always Sunny, where he's drawing lines to figure out where Avalon is and stuff like that, right?
I love that. I love how, first of all, I love how he tricks Tetsuo into revealing where the book is. Where it's like, it is a place where no one could ever go. It's like, wait, Tetsuo, is there a forbidden section? No. Of course there isn't. And I'm like, that is exactly what someone who knows that there is a forbidden section would say.
You are lying. I'm like, you lying.
There's a forbidden section. Oh yeah, there's so forbidden section. And like he's like shifting his eyes. He's like, oh, I know where it is. And he runs, and they both like race each other up the stairs. It's this red book, and this red book, and this red book. And then Tetsuo was like, ha, you're wrong. It's this red book, this red book, and this red book. It's like, ha, you just revealed where the secret book is.
Grabs it, yeets out of there, and they go back to his store.
That is such a Hagrid moment where like he always like accidentally tells Harry everything he needs to know by accident. It's like, look, I'm not going to tell you anything about Albus Dumbledore or the Philosopher's Stone or about Nicholas Flamel. Who's Nicholas Flamel? Oh no, I should not have told you that.
Hey, discount what I just said. Scratch it off the record. So, but then it's actually really cool because Tetsuo, who when we were introduced to Tetsuo, he's kind of a shy, introverted dude. And you would never take it that he was a Kamen Rider until he accidentally kayfabes, tells Toma, yeah, I used to be a Kamen Rider. Because Toma put two and two together, like, wait a minute, you used to be Kamen Rider Slash, didn't you? He's like, I haven't heard that name in years. Or how did Obi-Wan say, I haven't heard that name in aeons.
Since the old Republic, before Decade and Geo ruined everything.
For over 50 years, the Kamen Riders have been guardians of peace and justice in the Tokusatsu fan base. Before
They
the
fought
dark
this
times.
group of Nazis, that group of Nazis.
Hold
For
on.
some reason, there was some Nazis from India.
We're about to go off topic. Hold up. For over 50 years, the Kamen Riders have been the guardians of peace and justice in the Tokusatsu fan base. Before the dark times, before Decade and Geo.
And then everything changed when the Another Riders attacked.
What was Decade's name in the show? The guy who becomes
Takasa?
A young man named Takasa, who's a pupil of mine before he decided to mess with time, hunt down and New 52'd all of the Kamen Riders. He betrayed.
That technically happened.
he betrayed and turned.
Is the plot of Decade.
He betrayed and turned Yusuke Godai into another Kamen Rider. Yo, real talk. Oh no, and it's like this. He then went on and remade Kamen Rider Amazon for Amazon Prime. Yo, real talk. Okay, once again, Mike, I gotta ask, how pissed were Kamen Rider fans after Decade and Geo?
Honestly, I don't think people were as pissed with Geo as much as they were with Decade. But again, may I remind you, my very first Hitler rant video I've ever seen was Hitler ranting about the final episode of Decade. And now, since the final episode's gone, you could find the All Riders vs. Daishoka movie playing here, and here. Yes, and then once I finish the movie, I'll watch the final episode, and all my questions will be revealed. Mein Führer, there is a final episode. It ends on a cliffhanger. Anyone who likes Saban's Master Rider and Operation Overdrive, please leave. What are you leaving on a cliffhanger?
Let's stop. Anyways, so Tetsuo, you find out, was Kamen Rider Slash. Why he's no longer a Kamen Rider, I will find out later on. We're only 6 episodes in. We can't have everything told to us in the first 15 episodes of the show. So while that's going on, Kento and Ren are fighting Disaster and the Piranha monster. Go ahead.
Right. So, and I have to say, I appreciate how Kenzan is really holding his own against his two foes. Like, and he even goes like Kirito by like splitting his sword into 2 separate blades. And I'm like,
he did become Kirito, yeah.
The abridged where it's like when Kirito's the only player who can use 2 swords at once. It's like man, Kirito's got so many swords, I can't even count them. He's got 2, Bob. He's got 2 swords. and I love how Toma and Ren use the 3 Little Pigs book differently. Where like Toma like traps his enemy into a house of straws and then blows it away out of existence. Kenzan makes a house of bricks where like he can use the walls to like sneak attack his opponent. And he like you got all these red vines, not what's it called? Not Twizzlers, red vines. And like he's just like running up and down the like those red scarves, like he's freaking Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh yeah.
And then he does like a final attack. It's like we will meet again. And then they disappear. But of course, Piranha Monster gets destroyed. He gets the book. Meanwhile, it is being reviewed. Oh, also, we didn't talk about Rintaro yet.
I was gonna get to that in a minute.
So while he's drawing freaking hexagrams with those 13 signs. I don't know what those are, but I am curious. Those 13 signs into finding out that there is a legendary power of a king lost in the rift of time, and both the bad guys and the Sword of Logos are trying to claim it. But in order to open the gates to it, you need 2 dragon riders to be able to open the door together, which hints Thomas is a red dragon, and
Caliber.
Caliber's the black dragon. We're putting 2 and 2 together now, and
Hold on, real quick. Would you dare to say that they're Dragon Knights? Continue.
And of course, this is hinting that they're looking for the power of King Arthur.
Yep. So that means Excalibur is probably going to be a sword they're probably potentially going to be going after.
Yeah. So rewinding, let's talk about Rintaro.
All right. So we talked about this previously. At the last episode, the show ends on a cliffhanger with Rintaro going one-on-one with Zeus, which is one of the Zeus. He's about to fight Zeus. Zeus is one of the the Backstreet Boy lookalike and the one of the NSYNC lookalike villains. And so his morph is really cool. He just does the school like Wolfman thing and becomes Zeus, right? Rintaro goes into the blade mode and they start fighting. And we get a little backstory. So Rintaro is the second swordsman to become Kamen Rider Blade. The previous owner of his book, the Wonder Book and the Lion Senki, is his teacher, his master. You'll find out that Zeus is the reason why his master is dead. Rintaro has a personal vendetta against him. So remember how in the last episode, Ogami was talking about how Kento needs to remember his oath of being a Kamen Rider? Looks like Rintaro's about to break that because he's made this mission personal. Because Zeus killed his daddy. Not his daddy, his master. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about Ogami. He killed his master. And Zeus beats the brakes off of Rintaro. Beats him like he stole something.
I could make a Korag joke here.
Go ahead.
It's like, you aren't worthy of being destroyed by me. There is no honor in destroying you.
I'm not your daddy, Nick.
Go grab daddy another beer.
Anyways, so after Rintaro gets the brakes beat off him, Zeus is like, you know what? You did good, kid, but you could have been better. I ain't gonna kill you. You ain't even worth it. Here's your little sword. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. And May is trying to call for backup. She's trying to call Toma and Kento, but Rintaro refused to get any backup, and demorphs, and he lets out the anime. The anime I have failed against fighting my rival who potentially have murdered someone close to me, whether it was a family member or distant relative or cousin's roommate from high school or from college.
Twice removed.
Rintaro becomes every Shonen Jump protagonist when they find out a revelation about a certain person in their life.
He becomes Vegeta when he couldn't beat Frieza.
No, he becomes
Or
Vegeta.
Cell.
No, he becomes Vegeta when he couldn't beat Android 18.
Yeah.
There you go. And so
Anyone get her number 18? Thank you.
So at the end of the episode, like at the end of the outro and everything like that, we jump forward. That's going to talk a little bit about the show before the preview. Rintaro goes back to the Logos. Everyone's there. Everyone's like, Rintaro, we heard you got your ass kicked. What happened? Rintaro immediately just opens up one of the Volume 2 books and is like, this is personal.
And he pulls out the Pegasus book.
Yep. And likely or not, he's going to be using that when he fights Zeus in the next episode. And that is episode 6 of Kamen Rider Saber. Like the wind, he arrives. Mike, I'm going to let you go first. Positives and negatives, and what's your overall score? Go ahead, man.
Okay, I think one of the best things about this episode is that we're building worlds, conflicts, and relationships. Given the fact that we have a relationship between Zeus and Rintaro, it means that we now know why Rintaro's fighting and what paths he might end up taking. I wouldn't be surprised if at some point Rintaro is going to make a heel turn, whether it's just before beating Zeus or right after beating Zeus. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure he's going to make a babyface turn again afterwards, but like, it's not uncommon for a Kamen Rider to have a temporary heel turn. I mean, it happened to Aruto, and I'm pretty sure Zeus is gonna be like the trigger for his heel turn, just like how Star Ninja had his heel turn in Ninja when he fought that werewolf monster.
Okay,
and I like the idea of there probably going to be time travel involved, and we might see King Arthur, hopefully. And we've seen the figure for King Arthur's book, and I'm like, I can't wait to see this. Although it's gonna look super weird, I'm curious to see how it's gonna look in the actual show.
In the Kamen Rider universe, King Arthur was one of the original Kamen Riders of the logo.
Yeah, I love how because if you watch whenever you watch Gaiam, watch the episode where he gets the watermelon Lockseed.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna laugh your ass off. Pardon my language. But honestly, the one downside is Ren is just kind of annoying to me. That's the one downside.
Yeah.
But Tetsuo really stole the episode for me, in my opinion. Oh, and I don't know if you've noticed, but I find it interesting that the names of the 3 members of the Megia are Zuos, Legiel, and Storius, and the monsters they summon are kind of related to their names. Like Zuos, like his monsters are all animals because he's got Zoo in his name.
Right.
Storius has like fairy tale creatures because he's got the word story in his name, and Legiel has like legendary monsters because he's got Legiel in his name. He only had the one monster so far, which was a golem, but that is a legendary monster from Judaic folklore.
Right.
So I'm curious to see what other monsters they can summon, because so far it was mostly Zeus who's been summoning most of the monsters. So I can't wait to see like what other things he can summon. But yeah, I love Tetsuo in this episode. He really stole the show for me. I give this episode and I love how Toma proves that the pen really is mightier than the sword. So yeah, I give the episode a 9.5 out of 10.
Okay. I'm gonna echo some of the stuff you said. I think the world building is great. We're building a world because let's just face it, the theme of this season of Kamen Rider, there has to be world building. You like, if there wasn't world building in this episode in this show, that'd be a little disappointing considering the fact that we had the preview and stuff. But I like where this is going. I don't agree that maybe Rintaro might not heel turn. I don't know, because don't get me wrong, they painted him to be like the ultimate baby face. Oh my god, we're using wrestling terminology to talk about Power Rangers, Kamen Rider, and Super Sentai, and only on here people can you hear this. Rintaro, I mean, I'm not saying like a heel turn is not possible, but I think what they're gonna do is be like, I avenged my master, like make he rest in peace and all that stuff. Now, unless you're telling me that the caliber is like a possessive Kamen Rider spirit where the black sword can possess the bodies of any people, then I can see him going heel or something like that. But again, we're only 6 episodes in. I don't think a heel turn is going to happen in this arc, because I know there's going to be a different arc right afterwards. I love the story that they told Rintaro, because the first few episodes of Kamen Rider, it's talked about Toma, it's talked about Ogami, and it's talked about Kento and how they all relate, because Kento is Toma's homie who knows that his sister or whomever that little girl was got sucked into the Phantom Zone, or at this point, and I'm going to take I'm going to take a gamble and say that Toma's sister got sucked into Avalon. I'm gonna take that bet now. It was probably her that got sucked into Avalon. So they have some relation. Ogami was Kento's dad's homie. But Rintaro, we didn't know too much about Rintaro. And we didn't know too much about Tetsuo. And we now know that both Tetsuo used to be a Kamen Rider, and Rintaro has a personal vendetta against Zuos now because he found out that he killed his master. All that stuff. I liked how we are building up the other characters so they're not just left in the wind. I think the fight choreography was really good. I love the fights. There has not been a single bad fight in Kamen Rider Saber thus far. I enjoy that. And I like the detective work that Toma does. I don't know if you saw him reference Sherlock Holmes with his detective work and stuff, but it was really cool. I very much enjoyed that.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be interesting if there was an episode where you actually have to get one to write books for both Sherlock Holmes and Arsène Lupin in order to do some kind of detective work or a heist. That would be really cool to see. I always wanted to see a crossover between those two fictional characters. And no, I'm not talking about Sherlock Holmes, who is a character from Lupin. I mean Sherlock Holmes, the OG detective. Yeah. And like I said at the beginning of our review, I swear to God, the writers right now, based on their personalities, they remind me of Team Bucciarati from JoJo Part 5 because Toma is the newcomer who uses creative solutions. Ren is the brat who's overpowered, but his childhood nature gets in the way. You got Rintaro is the ladies' man who wants to be serious, but he ends up looking like a goofball as a result. Then you got Ogami, who is the straight man of everyone's shenanigans.
That's dad, yeah.
Yeah, and then you got Kento, who's the toxic edgelord.
Toxic edgelord.
Yeah.
Would you really think Kento's an edgelord?
No, but whenever but let's be honest, whenever he sees Caliber, you could tell he wishes he had a stand that could spew out toxic haze.
Oh my God!
And of course that means May would be Trish Una because she's always a damsel in distress.
I was like Keiko from Yu Yu Hakusho, but okay. Overall, though, I gave this episode 9 out of 10. It's a really good episode. I kind of wish that my only thing is I really want to see Ren's transformation. Hopefully, we get that in the next episode. Mm-hmm. So after all, they're going to Avalon. I'm pretty sure the majority of this episode is going to be blue screen or green screen or CGI because of everything that's going on, which I have no problem with. So hopefully we get to see a transformation. That's just me.
I wonder if he's going to use the Pegasus, would that mean that with Peter Pan he could go triple blue with Pegasus, Lion, Peter Pan, I can't wait to see because we've seen triple transformations already, but we haven't seen single color triple transformations yet. So I am curious how this will play out. Anyway, so on to the comments.
YouTube and Facebook, how you guys doing? Thank you for listening to a brand new episode of the Rider Time Podcast. We're reviewing episode 6 of Kamen Rider Saber, Like the Wind He Arrives. So for the Facebook crowd, you are watching, guys, thank you so much. Be sure to like our Facebook page and be sure to follow it. YouTube, be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit that like button 3 times, triple like it, and be sure to hit the bell icon right there on YouTube because YouTube's algorithm still is unsolved mysteries. Without further ado, let's get started. Let's look at some of these comments real quick.
Aiden says hi. Hi,
Aiden.
Aiden. He says, Ninja Spin, you're finished. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Let's see.
You must have won a Power Ranger bench recently, huh?
And he makes a reference to Troy. Go Megaforce, huh?
Ryan says, what about Goku?
What about Goku?
Ren is the embodiment of the bad stuff that I don't like about Goku. Goku is hard-headed. Goku just goes in.
See, I could tell you like Ogami because we're both Piccolo fans. He may be your father, but he ain't your daddy.
Like I said, for Power Morphicon, I already know I want to cosplay as Fua. You're gonna cosplay as Arto, obviously. Clement's gonna cosplay as freaking Guy because he looks like he has the presence of Guy. And I don't know who's gonna be Itsu and Yaiba. I say Jen's Itsu, no, Jen's Yaiba, and Chika is Itsu.
Yeah, I can see Jen being Itsu because she got the baby face.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna make the joke, but like Yaiba's Sakura. That's why I say Yaiba's Sakura. Jen, I love you. I'm joking. You're not.
He
Sakura.
said it, not me. He said
You're
it,
not
not
Sakura, me. Jen, you're not a Sakura. You're not a Sakura. I want to say this one more time, so no one gets mad at me and like and angry tweets me on Twitter. Jen is not a Sakura. There you go.
Okay, so Jake says 2 takes away from this episode. Ren is becoming Kirito from SAO, and the blacksmith becoming my new favorite character. I agree with you about the blacksmith. Oh my God, Kirito! Like for some reason, in this giant game with 10,000 players, which by the way isn't that big of a population for an MMO. But it's like only one character can hold 2 swords at the same time. And it's like, wow, Kirito's got so many swords, I can't even count them. He's got 2, Bob. He's got 2 swords.
I'm going to say this right now. If you guys like Sora Online, that's cool and all. After episode 10, I stopped. It was trash after that. I'm sorry.
I just like SEO abridged.
I actually like the first episodes of the actual anime, and I dropped because I'm like, this is dumb. This is stupid. And then, next thing you know, they have more seasons. I'm like, how did y'all get tricked into coming back and getting killed IRL again? I'm done. All right, move on because I'm about to get angry about Sword Art.
I see. You got to watch the abridged series. It's better. It's like you know about the race war, right? What race war? Yeah, you know you got the 9 fairy races, and they're fighting each other to see who could get to the top of the world tree first. It's a race. It's a war. Race war.
Oh my God. That purple armor, though, kind of reminds me of Korra from Mystic Force.
You fight without honor.
I mean, Caliber is to be fair, Caliber is essentially Korag, considering the fact that he is Kento's daddy, just like how Korag was Liambo, who was Nick's daddy. So
I could imagine that Toei, like at a board meeting, was like, okay, we need to make a new season. What you guys got? I was like, what if we use insects again? What if we use something completely original? What if we made Maji Ranger as a Kamen Rider series?
Book it. Eric Williams, Tetsuo was kind of stupid in this episode, no lie. But his scenes were funny.
Yeah.
Oh, because he got tricked into giving answers.
Again, I see Tetsuo as Hagrid here. Like he does the hard work from behind the scenes, and he gives the information to the main characters by accident, which is hilarious. It's like, I need you to stop asking me questions about the Philosopher's Stone and Albus Dumbledore and Nicholas Flamel. Who's Nicholas Flamel? Damn it! Pretend I never told you that.
Wait! Don't go to the library. Don't go to the
library. Don't go to the forbidden section. Don't go to the trap door upstairs with the 3-headed dog.
Dial it back, Hagrid. Damn.
Don't open the girls' restroom up in the 3rd floor.
Also, Tetsuo reminds me of Ziggy from RPM. Yeah.
If anything, I see him more as Hicks. I love Hicks. He's funny.
Axel Ranger, what's up, Axel? So King Arthur, as in Sonic from the Black Knight.
Sonic and the Black Knight.
I don't know. Maybe.
It's like you know, it's funny because like I actually mentioned how Kenzan is literally running running down all those red scarves like he's Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah. All right. And last, not only that, Sonic's night form looks like Sonic and Garo armor without the wolf face. What's Garo?
Garo, it's that tokusatsu I told you about. The
one
one
Dark Kamen Rider, the one you told me. Like, you essentially called it Dark Kamen Rider.
It's dark tokusatsu. It's
dark tokusatsu
for a mature audience.
Why none of the audience in Japan mature?
No, it's more like you have to watch it at 2 in the morning on the Japanese equivalent of HBO.
Oh, okay. So I'm over here like Kamen Rider. They be saying the F word. They be saying a whole bunch of things. And kids watch.
Censorship is so different in between the U.S. and Japan. Yeah. Like in the U.S., but in Japan, they're more open to violence, but they are less open to like romance and sexuality than we are.
True. But other than that, guys, yeah, thank you, Axel Ranger. And that is it. That is our episode for today of the Rider Time podcast. Hopefully you guys really enjoyed this episode. And tune in next Thursday when we review episode 7 of Kamen Rider Saber. And maybe, just maybe, King Arthur does become a Kamen Rider. I don't know at this point. I mean, if it becomes a Kamen Rider, I really want I want the history books to be rewritten and say that King Arthur discovered the origins of Kamen Rider. There you go.
See, like I had an idea of how I would make an MCU version of Kamen Rider if I had the rights to make an American film adaptation to Kamen Rider.
So, Dragon Knight the movie.
Yeah.
And we use those scenes that they used to make Kamen Rider Black Dragon when Kit Taylor came back from the dead.
Actually, I was thinking partly using the story of what's it called? The story of a Nazi the spider from Africa, where there was a war between a spider and a grasshopper.
Okay.
Which is like the first episode of Kamen Rider. Anyways, but yeah, so if you like watching our review, please follow, like, and subscribe to Morphin Network. And be sure to follow, subscribe, follow, and like us not only on YouTube, but also on Twitter, Instagram, and on Facebook. So you can watch some of our past episodes, past interviews with Ranger actors and voice actors. Some of our other members of Morphin Network also do Super Sentai reviews, Power Rangers Beast Morpher episode reviews, as well as Boom Stereo comic reviews. And we got skits, other cool content right here on our channel. So be sure to follow our social media. And you could follow me, Time Rider Zero, on Twitch at twitch.tv/Bokenkawa. So you can find me on Instagram at chrono_just_cosplay. Leo, where can they find you?
You guys, you lovely people out there can find me on Twitter, Instagram, @reckless_fox, YouTube, @reckless_fox, and find all Malays Gang content on twitch.tv/recklessfox. And you want more, if you want more content, myself, Mike, Jen, and other members of Morphin Network, we do our own podcast every weekend, the Struggle Gang Podcast. Follow us on SoundCloud, Google Podcasts, and Spotify at the Struggle Gang Podcast on all 3 platforms. There you go. Without further ado, we give to you guys another piece of history from the 50 years of Kamen Rider. And this time, we go into Kamen Rider Stronger.
Wait, let's give him a hint. Okay, so if anyone has been a fan of TG Omega back in the day, in a certain video he made about Kamen Riders, he said a certain line that I will now quote. You gotta respect the name of this guy. Imagine walking up to the Flash and saying, "Hi, I am faster."
Oh my god.
Have a good day, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Kyon no Kamen Rider wa
Kamen Rider Stronger.
Kamen Rider Stronger first aired on April 5th, 1975 for 39 episodes.
Shigeru Jo was the latest cyborg experiment created by the organization Black Satan.
His plan was to avenge his fallen friend by using the villain's own technology against him.
With the help of Yuriko Masaki, he battles them as Kamen Rider Stronger. with a power-enhanced strength and electromagnetic conduits in his body.
With the rise of Black Satan and the Delta Army, Shigeru becomes the first rider to gain a powered-up form.
He is then joined by V3 and his allies to become the Magnificent Seven Riders.
Also, Yuriko becomes the first female hero in the history as Electro Wave Human Tackle.
Electro Wave! You may be strong, but I am stronger.
See y'all next week. Bye!
Today's Morphin Network video is sponsored by Ranger Stop and Pop, which is March 5th to the 7th, 2021 in Atlanta, Georgia, and Ranger Stop Convention, which is now November 11th to the 14th, 2021 in Orlando, Florida. Go to rangerstop.com for more info.